Hello. Based on our conversation that we had in our yesterday's meeting, I already proposed three solutions, and while the third one was trying to import the XML component of that APB block. If you remember that one, we were here, vmode, NVDLA, APB to CSP. As I already told you, there is a component XML file which is an integrated IP which is already made by the designer. So you have to insert that one. The only thing that you need to do is just to try to insert this one into your design. How can we do it? You go ahead, open Vivado, create a new project. Hit next. We're gonna say the name of the project APB IP Integration. It's in the Ariane projects. It's good. As I already said, do not insert it inside your original files that you already have. You see, this is a directory for your original files that I already put here. No, never create any design here. Instead, create design inside your projects. Okay? So we move forward. We hit next. You want to have a RTL projects. You hit next. This is a space that you can add any sources. If you don't have any sources, it means that the HDL file, nor the Verilog file, neither the VHDL. We don't have anything. We just leave it blank. Hit next. We don't have any constraints yet. We hit next. We go to the board. In the search menu, we just search for the board ZCU 102. We hit this one. We hit the next, and finally we hit finish. So now we're inside the project path. While it's updating, there is no sources, design sources, no constraint, no simulation, nothing, and there is no block design or any other things. So you go to tools, you go to the settings, you go here in the settings, you go to IP, click IP, just open up this menu. There is one option, it says repository. In the repository, you can add the repository. This is the path, the directory for that XML component. Where it is? It's here, original files, HWNV is small, vmode, NVDLA APB to CSP. Okay, we keep that one here, and we move this one here. Look, this is already selected. Okay, I go to Ariane, original files, HWNV small, vmode, NVDLA, APB to CSP, and just hit select. Once you do that one, it shows you a demonstration presentation of what has been inserted. When you click here, it shows there is one IP that you want to insert into your design, NVDLA APB to CSP version 1.0. Great. This is the one that you were looking for that. Yes? Great. You hit OK. You hit apply. And finally, you click OK. Now you can create a block design. You want to make sure that your IP is now properly inserted in your IP catalog. You create a block design. Because of the live video recording, my computer is running a little bit slow. Okay, we're gonna say APB IP, whatever the name you want to just consider for that. You hit OK. Is illegal because it cannot have any hyphen. APB, whatever you want to call it, or you just call it design. Design underscore 1. Interesting that it has some keywords saved in the block design that is prohibited to use them as the name of the design. Good. We are now inside the block design. We click either here or either here. So what was the name of the module that we already have? NV, or we can just call it APB. Once we call APB, there are two modules. One of them is the AXI APB bridge. This is the one that is already made by the Xilinx, and we're gonna insert it later. But this is our module. We double click here, and voila, it's here. Okay. You see, that one is already there, and it is the same way that you want to expect it. If you look at here, there is no warnings, there is no messages, it is all informative, you know. So for your simplicity, I'm gonna attach the XML file that I already had in my computer that I'm pretty sure which is identical to the one that you have, but I'm gonna send you an email and I'm gonna attach this component file to you, and you should just simply follow this structure in order to be able to insert your block module. You see, right now, if I want to compare it with the thesis that we already have, it's this one. Here is the thesis that we are referring to, that one. Look, this is NVDLA APB to CSP underscore 0, and this is us, NVDLA APB to CSP underscore 0. APB boss includes the P address, P select, P enable, P write, PW data, P ready, PR data, and the P clock, P reset N, and the others are the same, and these are the list of the outputs. The only difference that you might see here is just a P reset N. This is the active low, for ours active high, you know. So this is not a big deal. We have the opportunity, while we want to connect it later into design, it shouldn't be your concern right now, because later on when we want to connect it, look at here, when you see this one, when we assign a port for that, if we define the port to be active low, this pin is gonna automatically change to active low. If we preset it to, is it preset PRST means preset. Preset N, it means that preset active low is activated by 0. If we put PRST activated high, it's gonna be, it remain as is. So there is not a big deal. But probably another thing, if you just click on this pin in the properties, let me see whether we can change its active high and active low. Probably not, because we have not yet ran the design validation. You see the validate the design. We have not completed our design. Probably we won't be able to change its settings right now, but as I said, it's not a big deal. It shouldn't be your concern at this stage of the project. Even if I want to just click on it, no, it's not changing. So we will change it later by creating a port on it. So now from my own perspective, this part of the project is completely done for you. So you shouldn't put much time on this part. Instead, you have to continue and try to make the wrapping for this one. You see how this one is made, because if you remember, Ariane, I told you this one, if you go back, if you remember your first slide that you presented to us yesterday, there were 3 blocks that you had. And I asked you this question, which block is your final wrapper file? And you answered it correctly. You said the block in the middle. Yes. You see, the block in the middle, which is our final wrapper, what is this? Is the combination of the APBS and the other module that you had it in the left side of your slide number 1. How can you integrate, merge these 2 IPs together? If you go back, I highly recommend you to print and read both theses, both from this Polytechnico Torino and the other one. Just print them, because if you want to just rely on them on the PDF, probably you won't spend much time in order to read them. These are very good intuitive theses that you can learn a lot from them. So how can you, this is the module that we made just now. You see, this is our module. This is exactly the same NVDLA APB 2 CSP 0. We have this module. How can you concatenate? How can you merge it with the other one? You should draw this block in the block design. You should bring that one, NVDLA 0. This is your exercise for the next meeting. You have to check for that to see where it is. You have to bring this IP in. So please note that there is no component XML file associated to this IP, and you have to bring it through the tools, create and package new IP. You go next, create AXI peripheral or whatever. You have 2 choices. You can bring an AXI peripheral, but which is a little bit complicated. You have to create a new project first. Do not insert it inside this one. Create a new project and go with that, pack your current project. And in the current project, you have to go to sources and import those Verilog files that are associated with this block. I repeat myself, create a new project, new project, then import all the Verilog files associated with this one. You have to figure them out, which one is associated with this one. Then insert it here inside the source. You're going to see a bunch of the Verilog files here. Then you go to tools, create and package new IP. You hit next, you hit package your current project, the current project that you already have a bunch of Verilog files on them. You continue and you just bring that one. Once you inserted this IP, you go to tools, settings, again to IP, repository, and you insert the repository for the new IP again. The same structure that I already told you. You hit apply, you hit OK, and this new IP is gonna appear here. So, and from now on is just a drawing and the wiring. So you just do this wiring, and for this one, it's a Xilinx constant. What is it called? It's a constant value that is given to a specific pin. You don't want a pin to change. It's XL constant. Okay, XL constant. It's concat or constant. We have to read that one. It's constant. This is the constant one. This is the project we have. You do double click on it and you can see it's only 1 bit. Its configuration, And regarding that one, this is another constant you have. And regarding that APBS, how can you create that one? You go here, you see APB port. You do here, you come here, you click on this, right click, create interface port. And it automatically recognizes that this is xilinx.com interface APB RTL. You do hit click, and right now it's there. If you want to just reshape, you just click this option. It's gonna be like that. Okay, this is pretty much easy. And you do the same after you bring this IP for this port. You make it output, create interface port, and then once you are done with that block, you should come up with this block. This block is the combination of these two blocks together. Okay, that's the entire process that you have to do. Good luck. Bye.